A boy doesn't become a man until he understands these 12 pillars of masculinity. 1. A real man cares about the needs of their significant others. A real man cares about more than how his partner fits into his life. He is genuinely concerned about the needs of his partner. Such needs include time, emotional bonding, physical satisfaction, and intellectual stimulation. He will make time to provide all these for his partner. When she requests for some time, a real man does not feel interrupted or inconvenienced. Instead, he welcomes this activity and provides what is needed while still maintaining the order of priorities. 2. He takes responsibility for his faults. When he is in a relationship, a real man does not assume that the problems which arise are all caused by their partner. Some of the issues that can arise in a relationship are his fault. In such cases, he owns up to his mistakes and apologizes for them. Some men have the habit of projecting their mistakes onto their significant others. This is wrong and does not indicate maturity. A real man understands that his girlfriend, fiancé, or wife is his teammate. Thus, he fosters the most empathetic form of companionship that he can. 3. He is passionate about things other than his relationships. To keep his life interesting and moving forward, a real man has other interests apart from his relationships. He has a hobby, profession, or other activity that he finds fascinating. This shows that he has some ambition. Being passionate about activities that are not related to relationships is one of the traits of a real man. 4. A real man is self-reliant. One of the most evident indicators of independence is having one's own stream of income. It allows a man to have his own freedom. During high school and college, a boy is allowed to ask for money from his parents. However, once he is done with tertiary education, he must find a way to support himself and, if possible, his significant other. A real man must find a way to rely on himself and build his own home. This way, he can be trusted to take care of someone else when the time arrives. 5. He is confident in his plan for his life. One of the main traits of a real man is vision. Another is the strength to hold on to this vision. He must have an image of how he wants his life to turn out. Not only does he have this, he must ensure that others do not sway his resolve to follow a path of his own choosing. Thus, a real man must have a purpose and be strong enough to resist those who try to discourage him. 6. A real man is intrinsically motivated. Many people head online to watch motivational videos. Some of these are those seeking motivation to become men. While it may be helpful for a while, extrinsic motivation can only get you so far. Real men are aware of this. Therefore, they are intrinsically motivated. Their motivation comes from within. From deep in their hearts and souls comes the drive that they use to accomplish things in their life. Thus, real men are intrinsically motivated. 7. He is a non-conformist. A conformist is a person who follows the rules, style, and customs of the crowd around them. They are led like sheep. They do not make up their own ideas. They simply borrow from what is popular and follow it blindly. Real men are not conformists. They are pioneers. They blaze their own trail, however hard it may be. 8. A real man is physically fit. One of the most important traits of a real man is that he must be physically strong. His body must be fit enough to face the physical demands that he faces every day. He must also be strong enough to assist those around him accomplish physically challenging tasks. Fitness comes from a mindset. He must be willing to endure the pain of the gym and emerge stronger. From time immemorial, real men were seen as strong and capable of protecting their families. This idea is alive until today. 9. He listens before he speaks. It is easy to get tempted to boast and talk about yourself. Many people do this on a regular basis. For example, they talk about their new car, home, gossip, and other accomplishments. Despite seeming flashy, a real man has no interest in talking about himself. He thinks very carefully before he says anything and lets other people do the talking before he utters a word. 10. A real man can defend himself. A real man is a leader. To be this, he has at one time in his life been on the receiving end of an assault. Whether it is with words or with force, he has been knocked down and knows what it feels like to bite the dirt. However, what makes him a leader is that he stood back up and learned how to prevent this from ever happening again. He learned how to stand his ground and defend himself. 11. He keeps himself and his surroundings spotlessly clean. Despite the general acceptance that men are allowed to be unkempt and disorderly, these are not qualities that indicate masculinity. They simply indicate laziness. A real man must always strive to be clean. He must also keep his surroundings very clean. He must keep his documents, bedding, clothes, and other items in his house orderly and well organized. This creates discipline and contributes to his overall success in life. 12. A real man builds his own fortune. Some men are lucky enough to inherit a fortune from their family once they reach adult age. Some of them squander it all, while others build it into over 10 times what it was initially. A real man is the one who will build it into multiples of what his inheritance was. He does not waste it and resort to begging his family members for handouts. He digs in his heels and builds his own wealth. Whether he does it alone or with the assistance of a partner, he eats the sweat of his brow. Drop a 100 if you read this far. This shows you are part of the 0.01% who actually finish what they start. If you are serious about changing your life, then make sure to join our movement by leaving us a follow.